Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, lived a beautiful princess named Snow White. She had skin as white as snow, lips as red as a rose, and was kind to everyone she met. But her stepmother, the evil queen, was jealous of her beauty. Every day, the queen would ask her magic mirror, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" For a long time, the mirror would answer, "You, my queen." But one day, it said, "Snow White is the fairest one of all." Furious, the queen ordered Snow White to be taken away. Frightened, Snow White ran deep into the forest. But she wasn't alone for long. Friendly woodland creatures, bunnies, deer, and little bluebirds gathered around her. They saw her kindness and led her through the woods to a tiny, charming cottage. "I wonder who lives here," she whispered. The door creaked open, and inside, everything was small and a little messy. Snow White, being so helpful, decided to clean up. She hummed a happy tune while she washed the tiny dishes and swept the dusty floor. Soon, the cottage was sparkling clean. That evening, the owners returned. They were 7 little dwarfs who worked in the nearby mines. At first, they were surprised to find a princess in their home, but they quickly saw her gentle heart and welcomed her to stay. They spent their days laughing, singing, and sharing wonderful stories. But back at the castle, the evil queen learned from her mirror that Snow White was still alive. Disguising herself as an old woman, she traveled to the cottage with a shiny red apple. It looked delicious, but it was cursed with a sleeping spell. She offered it to Snow White, who took one small bite and fell into a deep, dreamless sleep. The dwarfs returned to find their dear friend still and silent. Their hearts were broken, and they watched over her day and night, hoping for a miracle. One day, a handsome prince who had heard stories of the sleeping princess arrived. He was so moved by her beauty and the dwarf's sadness that he knelt and gave her a gentle kiss. In that moment, the spell was broken. Snow White's eyes fluttered open. The queen's power was gone forever, and the entire forest rejoiced. Snow White and the prince, surrounded by their happy dwarf and animal friends, returned to the kingdom to live happily ever after. Thank you so much for watching our little fairy tale.